From the DCU Center in Worcester, it's Massachusetts Pirates football. Tonight, it's a classic showdown as the Pirates host the Jacksonville Sharks. Hello again, everybody. I'm Mick Moninghoff, joined by J.J. Ratterink. Glad you're with us at the DCU Center tonight as the Sharks come in on a 10-game winning streak. The #1 offense, the #1 defense, but the Pirates, they're on a 6-game winning streak of their own. And, J.J., it's a great test for the Pirates. They can measure themselves against the league's best.
Yeah, they're already in the playoffs. You already know that. You don't have to worry about that. Now you're worried about that playoff push. You're focused on that. You want to see where your team really is at. What a better opportunity at home towards the end of the season. You have the #1 team coming in here. They've got to be looking forward to this.
But why have the Pirates stepped it up over this 6-game stretch? Well, you can look at Marty Gilliard, as he's been the leading receiver. Sean Brackett's completion percentage is up, and also that defensive front has held their own as well.
Yeah, like you said, Marty Gilliard has really become a staple in this offense and one of the premier receivers in the league. He's leading the league in touchdowns right now, and Sean Brackett knows he can always turn to him when they need a big play. He's been so consistent all year. You talk about Sean Brackett, his completion percentage, like his play, has gone up over this 6-game winning streak. Got a little bit better offensive line protection, which always helps, but he's really gotten more comfortable in the pocket, really doing the things that we saw from him last year during his MVP season. And then defensively, always gets lost in the shuffle in arena football. That defensive line can wreak havoc on quarterbacks. J.D. Griggs, Toby Johnson, they've been doing it all year long. They keep that up heading into the playoffs. Good things for the Pirates.
Well, we've talked about every phase except special teams, and right now, Elena Barnes is standing by with the kicker and Mike Weaver. And this is the game that's been circled on the calendar. The Jacksonville Sharks taking on the Massachusetts Pirates here at the DCU Center. Kickoff just around the corner, so don't go away. 3rd and 10 at the 16.
You have at least one guy going to the end zone, and I think you have someone going even short of the marker there. You get a high-low somewhere. You don't have to get the first down by throwing it. You got athletic guys. Just get in their hands and let them run.
3 on the left. Brackett looking underneath. Touchdown, Marty Gilliard! The leading touchdown maker in the NAL is in the end zone again for the 28th time, and the Pirates have the lead with 2:56 to play here in the first quarter. It's Jason Gibson of the Lions who told me, I want my kickers to have 2 deuces a game because that way it forces the other team to score a touchdown.
Yeah, those 4 points, the swing of what that can do.
That's why he made a change in his kicker midseason. Here's an inside handoff. Squirewell, big hole. He's going to go to the house. Touchdown for the fullback. Alstevis Squirewell takes the handoff and goes from the 20 into the end zone. A 30-yard scamper for the big fella.
Jacksonville could not have caught Massachusetts in a more vulnerable defense there. They had the jack linebacker flying to the field. They had press on the backside wide receiver, so there was all that space.
Welcome back to the DCU Center at halftime. 36-15 our scores. The Jacksonville Sharks lead the Massachusetts Pirates. Welcome into the broadcast booth, Mick Moninghoff and J.J. Ratterink for the Cross Insurance halftime report. And the Pirates, J.J., had a 1-0 lead with that unusual Uno, and then Khalid Wooten got things started for the Pirates defensively, coming up with a big interception.
Yeah, they started on the right foot. Khalid Wooten does a nice job, undercuts the post route here, gets the interception, stymies that first drive for Jacksonville, so you're thinking, okay, now we're off to a good start. Then Massachusetts goes down. Good protection for Sean Brackett. Marty Gilliard runs a great deep whip route into the end zone here, something he's done all season long. They take that lead 8-7, and it was all Jacksonville from there until right before the end of the half. Sean Brackett punches in from 1 yard out to get something positive for the Pirates.
But Jonathan Bain with a big first half with 3 touchdown passes. The Jacksonville defense very stout as well, and that's the reason for the 36-15 halftime deficit.
Yeah, it really has been. Jacksonville has really had control of this game throughout. And I think in the second half here, Massachusetts learned a little bit about what they can do offensively and defensively. They can apply in the second half. They can get back in this game.
Pirates will get the football to start the third quarter. We'll see if they can cash in. We'll come back with the third quarter in just a moment here at the DCU Center. Once again, the Pirates trailing Jacksonville 36-15. Well, through 3 quarters, Sean Brackett 16-27, 3 touchdowns, an interception. 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He's at the 20, calls out a block, gets to the 24-yard line before Ellis pushed him out. Run by Brackett.
Good job avoiding the pressure I think Gilliard might actually get the tackle on that because he was the first player on the field to touch Sean when he was out of bounds.
Trying to play a little buffer.
Yeah.
Gain of about 9. Call it 2nd and 1. Football at the 24-yard line. Devin Brown comes in motion. One-on-one coverage on the right side, looking his way. Underneath route, he's falling down, but makes the catch at about the 12-yard line.
Got to get the pace moving. You see the Pirates offense getting up to the line of scrimmage. Get the motion on Devin Brown there. Let him work that whole open side of the field. Good timing by Sean Brackett. Hits that fifth step and lets that, what they call bench route go, which you run up and run anywhere from 10 to 14 yards and turn out towards the bench. We're going to see the same type of motion, let Devin Brown work that whole open side of the field.
Now Brown comes in high motion on the left. Brackett looking down the middle, complete to Owens. He's in the end zone for the touchdown. Thomas Owens caught it at the 3 and took it the rest of the way. Wilson will be in high motion. Goes through the slot, looking his way to the corner. He caught it, and if he hangs on, it's a touchdown. It is. Great catch by Devin Wilson for his 25th touchdown of the season. Jonathan Bain, another touchdown throw. And the Sharks pretty close to putting the lid on this one.
I always have to give credit to the quarterbacks. We always protect each other, take care of each other. This is good timing, good throw, puts his tall receiver in a spot where only he can get it. But what more can you say on Devin Wilson, knowing not only are you going to probably hit and go over the wall, but you've got a fairly substantial wall with very thin padding there,
right,
and only concrete behind it. To have the courage to go up for that, knowing you're going to hit that flip over, and on top of that, hang on to the ball. Yeah, folks, these are some very impressive athletes.
That was a great catch. Absolutely great catch. Here's the kick. Good by Brandon Baird. Welcome back to the DCU Center. 59-42, the Jacksonville Sharks over the Massachusetts Pirates tonight. Welcome into the broadcast booth now for the St. Vincent's Hospital post-game report. And J.J. Ratterink, we saw why the Jacksonville Sharks are the #1 team in the league.
Yeah, nearly flawless. They had one turnover. They did get stopped once on offense, but otherwise, defensively, they made it so difficult for the Pirates all night long. Special teams, we saw them convert deuces. We saw them get an onside kick. We saw them recover onside kicks. Very well played game by the Sharks.
Let's take a look at some of the Pirates' second half highlights as Marty Gilliard really stepped to the forefront. He had a touchdown in the first half, and he had a few more in the second.
Yeah, we talked about how in the first half, really Sean Brackett and Marty Gilliard weren't on the same page, but in the second half they got it going. They connected a couple times, especially near the goal line where they had some miscommunications early, and that was good. But the best part was you had Robert Owens getting into the mix here. So you start spreading the ball around, getting more Pirate receivers involved in the game. And I think moving forward, especially towards the playoffs, you're going to want everyone there. You can't just have a one-man show. You want everyone involved. And Sean Brackett, he was tough tonight. He ran the ball well, especially down low there. Got them in the end zone when they needed it.
Well, as we mentioned, Marty Gilliard with 3 touchdowns tonight. Matter of fact, his first one gave him 50, and he's also going to have our Percy's TV and Appliance play of the game. And it was one of the early second half touchdowns that really kind of kept the Pirates close in this game for a while.
Yeah, this is when we were talking about they needed some momentum. They got it here. Again, pretty simple route there, but just goes to show you the Pirates have a lot of different weapons. They can utilize them in a lot of ways. When you've got guys like that, Devin Brown, Robert Owens, and people forget about Marty Gilliard, leave him open like that against the wall, you can be dangerous.
Let's talk about the niche hospitality captain of the ship, and I think it has to be Sean Brackett. Not only did he have a couple rushing touchdowns tonight, but when things were breaking down, he wasn't afraid to take off, and he played that way right down to the final gun.
That's a really good defense in Jacksonville. They've got a great defensive front. They applied a lot of pressure, and you're right, there was a lot of times he was able to escape, make some plays with his legs. He kept his eyes downfield, made some really tough throws, and got this offense moving in the right direction the second half, which they can ride to next week. So good job keeping their head down, not really worrying about the outcome, and seeing something positive in the second half.
So the Pirates drop this one tonight here at home to the Jacksonville Sharks. They get a chance for a little redemption down in Jacksonville next week before coming back home for their final home game of the regular season when they take on the New York Streets. Now for J.J. Ratterink and the entire crew, I'm Mick Moninghoff. Thanks for joining us this time around at the DCU Center. Once again, your final score, Jacksonville over the Pirates, 59-42. So long, everybody.